What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Noah Gray here, tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Josh's channel and check out showmefootball.com for more.
What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Josh Fan of showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com, covering your Kansas City Chiefs. And today I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind since the Kansas City Chiefs win over the Houston Texans in the divisional round of the AFC playoffs yesterday. And after watching the Kansas City Chiefs running game and seeing the difference between Kareem Hunt and Isiah Pacheco, I think it's time to have a conversation about Isiah Pacheco and what his usage looks like for the rest of this season and beyond that. It is no question that Isiah Pacheco has struggled since returning from injury that he sustained earlier in the season, that broken bone in his lower leg. Since his return, he just looks less explosive. The big runs are not coming as much from him, and even in short yardage, Kareem Hunt seems to have overtaken Isiah Pacheco in those types of situations. But let's look at some of the numbers. So since Isiah Pacheco has returned to the lineup in Week 12 versus the Las Vegas Raiders, he has had 49 carries for a total of 175 yards. And that's good for 3.5 yards per carry, guys, which is not very good. And furthermore, in the Kansas City Chiefs' victory against the Houston Texans yesterday, Pacheco had 5 carries for 18 yards, which was only good for a measly 3.6 yards per carry. And there's been a lot of discussion lately as to who's the better running back between Kareem Hunt and Isiah Pacheco, and I thought that they would both serve their roles pretty well. They could coexist next to each other, and there shouldn't have to be a conversation about who is better. But when Andy Reid decided to run Isiah Pacheco to the left side 2 times against the Cleveland Browns in short yardage, running the same exact play, and Isiah Pacheco wasn't able to get it, and then mostly all of the short yardage carries after that were then given to Kareem Hunt, they were successful, which led me to believe that Kareem Hunt should be this team's short yardage back. Just specifically in short yardage, Kareem Hunt is the option there over Isiah Pacheco. But following yesterday's playoff game where Kareem Hunt looked exceptionally better than Isiah Pacheco, I'm not totally sure that Kareem Hunt isn't just the better running back, period, and the guy that the Kansas City Chiefs need to give the rock the majority of the time going forward. Because not only was Kareem Hunt good in short yardage yesterday, but he was nails at the goal line. He had several big runs that were able to lead a Kansas City Chiefs scoring drive, and he had multiple first down runs. He was just the better player, and I saw Isiah Pacheco fall down a lot after first contact. I saw plenty of 2-yard runs that just were not really allowing the Kansas City Chiefs to sustain drives early on, and this has kind of been the story of Isiah Pacheco since he's returned to the lineup. Now, you can make the argument that because of that broken leg, some of his explosiveness was zapped from him, and that is why we've seen him perform a little bit worse lately. But, he did return in Week 12 of the season, and he really could have returned in Week 11, but the Chiefs held him out against the lowly Carolina Panthers just to be sure. So we're pretty far removed from the Isiah Pacheco injury at this point, and I do not like using injuries as an excuse for a player who is out on the field this far out from when they returned from injury. Simply put, Isiah Pacheco has not been good since he's come back from the broken leg, and how much of that is attributed to the broken leg, that can be debated, but I'm just judging Isiah Pacheco based on what we've seen out on the field, and it hasn't been very good. I thought when Isiah Pacheco returned, he would make a very nice 1-2 punch with Kareem Hunt because Isiah Pacheco is kind of the lightning to Kareem Hunt's thunder, and he could provide some of those big runs. He's your explosive running back. You can run the outside zone with him or whatever, but Isiah Pacheco isn't producing big runs, and he isn't being an explosive running back, and he's not really working an outside zone. So it's kind of like, what does he do for you? Because I think Kareem Hunt's the better pass protector, and I also think Kareem Hunt is the better receiving back out of the backfield. And I think you saw the Kansas City Chiefs realize this later in the game versus the Houston Texans because you saw them opt to go with Kareem Hunt in all of those scenarios. And you may look at Kareem Hunt's stats as well and think to yourself, well, it's not like he's lighting the world on fire when it comes to efficiency stats and yards per carry, but when you watch the games and when you use the eye test, Kareem Hunt has been better. And I also think that you have to acknowledge that Kareem Hunt has been a guy that they constantly go to in short yardage, and he's carrying the ball for a lot of runs that are not meant to get more than 2 or 3 yards. And yeah, that's going to bring your yards per carry down. Kareem Hunt has also been the guy that they tell to cover up the ball and go get a first down at the end of games or just run out clock. And that's also going to bring your yards per carry down. I mean, we look at that Houston Texans game from the regular season when Kareem Hunt could have ran for a touchdown. And added a lot more yards to his box score, but decided to slide down at the end of the game so that the Chiefs could milk the clock and end it from there. I think Kareem Hunt has clearly been the more efficient running back. He's made the most of his touches every time he gets them. He has something to prove this postseason. This is his redemption arc that he is trying to complete. And I just think he's the hot hand right now, and you need to keep riding him in the postseason and take down the Isiah Pacheco snaps. And it sucks to say that because I like Pacheco, but I just think, whatever explosiveness that he had before, it's not there now. And he's becoming a negative player. He's almost becoming a problem for the Kansas City Chiefs because it's almost getting to a point where it was with CEH, where it's like so many of these 1 and 2 yard runs on early downs are just making the third downs much harder than they need to be, and it's killing drives. And I just think, Kareem Hunt, you always see that guy falling forward for another few yards that Isiah Pacheco wouldn't get. And this makes me curious as to how the Kansas City Chiefs will handle the running back position in the offseason, because Kareem Hunt is clearly too old. Credit to him for everything he's done this year, but he's too old to be your number one running back. You need more explosiveness than that, but I'm not sure that explosiveness is going to come from Isiah Pacheco. I think he more so is what he is at this point. He's a guy that's going to miss a lot of games. He's a good running back too, but I don't think he's necessarily a running back one. I think you have to draft a running back. I think you have to add more talent, whether it's a free agent or in the draft. Young, explosive, can do a little bit of everything. I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs currently have that right now. Applaud Kareem Hunt for everything he's done, but I think he's kind of transitioning more into like that Jerick McKinnon role now, but not a guy that should be getting a bulk of the carries if your running back room is in good shape. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Kansas City Chiefs' current situation at running back. I think Kareem Hunt is the guy moving forward. I like Pacheco, but Kareem Hunt has just been better, and I think it's becoming undeniable at this point. So I'll be curious to hear what you guys have to say. I figured this one would probably breed a lot of controversy. But who do you think should be the Kansas City Chiefs running back one for the rest of the postseason? Should it be Kareem Hunt or should it be Isiah Pacheco? Curious to hear from you all. But with all that being said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so more Chiefs fans can find this. And make sure you check out my work on showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com for more. That's all I got for this one. I'll see you all in the next episode. And as always, go Chiefs!